folks. Okay, Alexa, what date is it?
Today is Saturday, September 23rd.
And Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 2:10 a.m.
Okay, folks, so different day. More consciousness circles really bright in the skyline. And that's the only one I can see for now. Hi, family. Make sure my glasses are in the right position. I can see them myself. Okay, I've zoomed in as much as possible, then I'm going to zoom out again. I think you receive the responses a lot clearer when I've not zoomed in as much, but I want you to see what I'm filming. I've got to keep the phone steady, and like I keep saying, with the naked eye, it doesn't look like it's moving at all. It doesn't look like it changes shape, changes colours. It just looks quite clear, bright light. Okay. And I went on yesterday with so many different subjects, so I'm going to continue about when I talk about the overlays and about what us humans are, what we are meant to be. And hopefully I'm going to break this down, so hopefully I won't go on too long, about 10-15 minutes, as she says. Okay, we are energetic beings. The frequency of Earth has been changed, like I said previously. Let me just zoom out a bit. Okay, so you can see their reactions. The energies on Earth has been changed by negative entities by various means, and the moon being one of them. Is that correct, family? Okay, and that's been done ions. This has been going on ions, folks. This is not a new thing. This has been going on for ions. The change of frequency on Earth to lower our psychic, if one for a better word, abilities. We are meant to see. I think we only see a fraction of the light rays of the frequency. So that's on Earth. We are meant to see them. We're meant to see those, the energetic beings around us. Okay, is that correct? We are meant to be in touch, automatically in tune with loved ones that have passed. Okay, there's just moved on to a different plane, if you like. Nobody ever dies. Nobody's death is not a thing. Energy just changes, shifts to another dimension, to wherever our soul originated from. Is that correct, family? Or if you've linked yourself to demonic beings, to parasitic entities, to wherever they are from. Okay, it's clouding over. Okay. There are so many different entities, dimensions, energetic beings on Earth, around Earth, that are meant to be a part of the solar system, but are meant to be a part of Earth. Most of them that are meant to be linked with Earth, that are linked to the Creator, are benevolent beings. They're just doing their thing. They're living their life, if you can call it life. I don't know what they do. Don't know. But their existence is no way affecting us in any way, and we could literally be right next to a being doing their thing. Is that correct? Okay, and the best way I can describe it, which is not a good way to describe it, it's like ghosts, if you like. Yes, ghosts exist, meaning the people that haven't moved on, the people that have been alive on Earth, that have just not moved on for whatever reason. Okay, but I'm not even talking about them. These are other entities, energetic beings that have never lived on Earth. Is that correct? And when I talk about the creature beasts, when I talk about sadists, sex offenders, etc., the beings on them, they have had to, it's like a portal. When I see there's a darkness around a person, a shadow, and then there's whatever entity has attached itself to them, that shadow, that energy is not part of Earth, not part of the Creator, it's not part of the solar system, they're not part of Earth. I can't stress this enough, and I keep going on about it because I can't stress this enough when I talk about sex offenders, sadists, narcissists, whatever newfangled word that psychiatrists and psychologists have put in place. Okay, they're not part of Earth, and that's what I say about certain particular groups, Freemasons, whatever, secret societies, certain royal families, certain entities, certain people that are never part of Earth, and they've just created portals, created, like I say, the moon's been put in place, everything's been put in place to facilitate the frequency of these entities, so they can exist on Earth. Okay, is that correct, family? So it's ordinary people with these entities, attachments, demons, attachments that have come in through portals. That's why they do cemeteries. It's not the right word. Rituals are performed, and that's why there's the constant negativity in the press, within the world. That's why there's constant war. They have to keep this energy low. They have to keep a certain frequency on Earth low. Is that correct, family? Okay, that's their goal. Okay, the hatred of humanity. We are completely opposite to what they are. Our creators, our gods, whatever word you want to use, is completely opposite to what they are. Completely opposite. And it doesn't mean we have to sort of two creature beasts walking past. If you see the fucking dregs, you'd be anyway. If you see, they have to pretend to be human as well to to be in positions of power. They have to pretend to be human. They can't reveal themselves who they are. If you've ever been in a close relationship with a narcissist, psychopath, sadist, just call them sadist, you will know that. To the outside world, they may seem normal and pleasant and kind and funny and witty and blah blah blah, but in close relationships, they have to. That's the only reason they are existing on Earth, is to cause as much pain and as misery to others, and to mock humanity. Okay, like I said, these creature beasts with entity attachments, everybody involved in my targeting, and like I said, the targeting is a completely different thing. This is to protect a rapist. Every company, every organisation that is involved, they've named themselves, they've showed themselves what their company is, who they are as a company, who they are as people. No human can be involved in a targeting programme. You do not protect sex offenders, you do not protect racists, you do not protect, if you think you're a good person or you make it out. Look at Simon Foster, I keep saying that. Look at his campaigns, his initiatives, what he stands for. It's a perfect example. Look at anybody that's linked to me, to the targeting, the MPs. Look what they stand for and what's happening, and they're going to say, no, it's not happening. No. It's impossible for this targeting programme to be underway without the local MPs in Lye, in Dudley, without Simon Foster, without Derby Home, because I've told them this, being aware of this, okay, and them being a part of this, because I did ask for safeguarding procedures to be put in place regarding Derby Medical Centre when I moved to Derby, Derby Homes, Derby City Council, and the so-called mental health assessment was to scare me and and it didn't work. That whatever they planned backfired. It didn't work. Yet all the people I You would think that is their job. That's their job. But like I say, it's strange, because if the targeting wasn't in place, I wouldn't have got as much information and as much knowledge about the negative entities and the negative parasites that feed off the so-called humans. Is that correct? And you learn, it depends how you are as a person. Even when you're going through shit, you learn. Okay, you learn the patterns of behaviour of the creature beasts, of the people involved. Okay, so I learnt what the next step, and and you think with having the power they have and having the influence they have, they'd be more sophisticated and more intelligent in their responses and in their actions, and they're not. Okay, they're very basic because there's literally demons feeding off them, so it's all ego based. Is that correct, family? And ego is there, that's the thing. Okay, they have all of us are ego based to a certain degree. We have to be. Okay, but if you've got no heart connection, if you're not connected to your heart and your soul, and all you are is ego, all you will be is just very basic in your wants and needs. And their very basic wants and need is sexual in nature, is to control others. And they don't even, there's a point where they don't even get a thrill out of it. Any heightened emotion that they express, any heightened energy that they express, you can literally see the entities feeding off them. I can literally see the entities. They can't, there comes the point where they even can't enjoy what they're doing. They're just doing it for the sake of doing it. They can't get any pleasure from them. They have to control how they respond. Is that correct, family? And that's with everybody. The more they respond emotionally, even if it's a positive emotion, like they're happy that somebody's fucked up or somebody's crying or they've fucked somebody over, they can't, because it's completely crowded over now, hopefully. Because it was clear a moment ago, so 12 minutes, 13 minutes. Okay, I'm going to rest for a moment. Okay, I've told you this, repeated this before, they can't get any enjoyment out of it. They can't heighten their emotions to get enjoyment out of it like we as human beings. Let's go over, just point randomly at the sky till the clouds move over. We are quite happy and quite, hopefully you are, and when you're happy, express your happiness and get off and being happy and sort of reliving moments and telling the jokes to your friends or your family members, etc., etc. They can't do that. Okay, everything is controlled. They have to control the emotions, to control the entities from merging. I was going to say merging, it's not the word I'm using. Materialising. Okay, I've just seen the clouds going over. Here we go. So I want to go back. Okay, it's quite bright now, so I want to go back so you can see it. Here we go. So there comes a point right at the very beginning, they will be hyper, they will be buzzing. Their handlers and the handlers are human, will be buzzing, and the handlers will control their emotion to hook them in. They'll make them happy. They'll make them. You got new clothes and you're part of the system, and this famous person is involved, and that person's involved, and you're part of it. And there is no God, and there's no comeback. You can do what you want, and every week you can have a facial done, you got your hair done, get your nails done. It's all very superficial, okay? And this is how they get them in. And they can't, I've seen it literally week in, week out, and as time's going on, like I said with Kunt Kennedy, there's people watching her videos who have been physically sick, watching her videos, and they won't know why they've been sick, but they are being literally on the computer, laptop, whatever, being physically sick, watching her videos. And it's because the more she goes on, the more she does, the more entities she's got attached to her. Okay, the more entities, literally, and it's entities, insectoid creatures, things. Like I say, she's got one attached to her face, and the one attached to her face, like I said, to the others, and it's like a spider. It's like a can't think of jellyfish, but with the spider's egg sac, but with the spider's limbs. But it's part jellyfish and part spider, and you can actually see the eggs. This is fucking sounding weird, folks, I know it is, but you can actually see the egg sac, the eggs in this egg sac moving around on her face, and it's sort of like the clamped itself around its mouth and its teeth. This is what I mean, folks. This is not a pleasant thing to watch or see. This is not me going, oh yes, I've seen the grey, oh I've seen the insectoid, and oh this, that and the other, and it's all cool. Your psyche, my psyche, fucking hell, can't take it, and subconsciously people are seeing what's on her, okay, and vomiting, and they won't know, and it'll come on all of a sudden. Plus all the entities she's got around her. Literally, you can see the shift in the energetic field around her, and you don't know what it is. It's sort of like a shadow, if you like, around her. And within that shadow, there's like, you will see sort of like limbs or tentacles moving. It's fucking grotesque. Grotesque. Completely grotesque. Is that right, family? So yeah, so some of them, okay, I was told right at the beginning it's just for food. They're feeding off these humans, inverted commas, for food. The ones that are on the neck, on the face, and what's on the chest, upper chest area, the entities on them plan to kill them. That's the only reason that they're on these humans, especially the face, and it, like I say, it covers the mouth. And like I say, these are energetic beings that are alive somewhere else. And your response to it, and people, your subconscious sees that. Listen, our subconscious sees this, but our consciousness, because it's so horrific and because we're linked, we won't see it. We wouldn't. You can't see it, okay, until your consciousness grows. And even then, part of it, because it's so new to us in this form that we're in now, we are not used to seeing beings anywhere, let alone beings attached to people, let alone beings that are not even human, that are insectoids, fucking 5 foot, 6 foot 6 spiders on entities, on people as overlays, and that control their movements, or greys, for instance. We are not used to seeing that, so our creators, our ancestors, protectors block most of it, and slowly they sort of reveal themselves, except for that time when I told you about the counsellor, and all of a sudden walking down the street there's craft flying. You see it, folks? Here we go. Hi, family. Now, I'm not demanding at all, she says, but thank you for that. So I was going to go back to family, but if you could slow it down, if you could stop, make it clearer, be fantastic, family. Anyway, yeah, so unconsciously, subconsciously, we are seeing these on people, no matter who you are in the world. You are seeing these of people, but your conscious just won't let you see them because it'd be too much of a shock. When I saw it with the counsellor, 20 minutes has gone, I want to end this, and it was all of a sudden walking down the high street mid-afternoon, and the people who you would expect to have entities, demons attached to them, is not the people I saw with entities and demons attached to them. You wouldn't expect a counsellor, a housing manager, counsellors I should say, all three of them had entities eating off them that looked like gargoyles. I remember I told you this previously. Yeah, sort of youth, a white guy, he didn't look like a hooligan, he didn't, but sort of like you, for those sort of posh woman that looks like she shops at Marks, even though I do, but you know what I mean, folks. With literally a human looking demon. When I say demons, in my head, I'm going to class demons that look human looking, okay? Entities that look human looking, walking side by side with these humans. Hope that made sense. Okay. Human beings, plants, animals that are connected to the Creator, no matter what these creatures be saying, no matter what actors have been reported of entity attachments or pop stars, we are not meant to have entities attached to us at all. Our energy, our energetic field is meant to be clear. Is that correct, family? Even with our connection to wait till you respond. Okay. We are not meant to have anything attached to our energetic field whatsoever. I want to make this perfectly clear. No matter what they say to you, if they want to be part of, if they want to sort of try to get you into this targeting program or part of the system, or this role member, a family member has got it, and this person's got it, this pot star, we are not meant to have anything attached to our energetic field at all. Okay, we're meant to be free. We are given choice. Okay, we are because we're linked to a Creator. They give us choice. There's another craft line, I think, or is it just conscious circle I'm waving? You can't see me waving, but I am, folks. Anyway, we are given choice. They know how we feel, though. It's strange because we are energetically linked to the Creator. All of us are energetically linked to the Creator, but with that energetic link, our own energetic field is still clear. They can feel what we feel. Okay. And once your energy grows, your consciousness grows, you will feel the connection to your Creator. All you've got to do, I keep saying this, is go into your heart. Think of somebody you love, a family member that you love, something that you love, and you're connected. That's all you need. You don't need to meditate for fucking 20,000 years. And if you want to do it, fill your boots. But you don't have to do that. As human beings, our capacity to love, our heart connection, that is our link to the Creator. Is that so? That is all we need, is our heart. And that's why the creature beast, people have got entity attachments, pretend to be like us. They have to connect with us. They pretend to be funny, pretend to be heartbroken about family members. The great Aunt Lil, who died in 1937, and upsetting for them when they go on the TV. And okay, I remember about energy. They'll try to get your energy, destroy your energetic frequency. I'm fucking exhausted, folks. I've slept all day, but I'm still exhausted. But I've said this previously, and I want to move on from this. And when I say I've seen entities, the eyes change. the eyes do change. Okay, either, and it's like an overlay. That's all best I can describe it, is an overlay. The energy, whatever entity, sort of like all of a sudden overlays on this human. It's happened to Boris Johnson. It happened to fucking another unelected prime minister, that female one. See a certain news. I've not seen it on. I don't watch news. Actors. There's certain films I've never watched because of the actors. I was going to go into this another time, this time, but I'm not going to go into it now. Why I've never sort of, like the way you are or have been, you get answers to where you are. I've never been celebrity focused. I'm still not celebrity focused, and now I know the reason why I've never been celebrity focused. And there's certain films I've never watched because of the actors that have been linked to certain programs. I've never watched because the actors have been linked to it. Now, well done me. I know why. And it doesn't mean you still can't, you still watch TV, and you have to deal with it. You will deal with it. Sort of like, okay, to live in this world, unless you've got the money to live in an island somewhere and not pay attention to the media at all, be cut off completely from existence, from civilization, you have to. The shop assistant, the delivery people, everybody you meet could have an attachment to them, doesn't necessarily mean famous people. So unless you cut yourself off completely, you will have contact with people, inverted commas, with entity attachment. But I don't know if it's because of my personality, the way I deal with it, so fuck it, really. I'm being targeted, so like, you choose your battles. You literally choose your battles. Okay, today I feel quite, for example, you might think, oh, I feel quite soul, what's this film? Yeah, I know the actor, I can literally see the entities on this actor, but because it's rated, I'll give it a go, give it a whirl. And other days you'll think, no, I'm not going to order things from fucking whatever supermarket, because especially me being targeted, I know that 9 times out of 10 they're going to send somebody with an entity attachment, and the interactions is just fucking weird now, folks. It's funny but weird. It's like, I can see the demon on you. Do you know, it'd be better, I'm just going to say to the supermarkets out there, if you just send somebody that's human, a nice human being. They do exist, I promise you. Just employ people that are just nice. Human. Not even nice. Don't even have to be a nice human. They can be a grumpy fuck, as long as they're human. Just nice. So that's it. Yeah, so I was going to go on to about the actors. Don't need to go on to that. I think I explained myself. But not everybody will have entity attachments. But most people see in the media, there's certain programmes. I rarely watch live TV or terrestrial TV. There's certain programmes that come on sort of like internet based channels that I watch, films, stuff like that, YouTube, and some of them are quite entertaining. Because they're quite entertaining, you can overlook, okay, that person's got an entity attachment, but they're quite entertaining, so I'll watch them, and this is how you'll be. Okay, and you'll know, and you'll see the entities on them, or you'll see that the energy is off, no matter how much they smile and how funny they are and how entertaining they are. So I'm going now. So I was going to say, yeah. I was going to show you the other one. Just looking at. They've made themselves visible. I feel it shows not as bright as the one we've just. Oh bless, it's flashing as well. So I can maybe point it out. hope I'm being very clear. I keep saying, I'm gonna go on camera. There's loads of things I want to say to sort of like put a line under what I've learned over the last 4 years and what's been happening, and to go on camera and say, okay, this person from the YouTube channel, I've done about 12 pages, no word of a fucking lie, of A4 paper, and it's notes. It's not even like an essay, and just me writing notes of what I was going to say, plus explain about the targeting and how it's different, but how I've learned because I'm surrounded by fucking creature beast. Okay, and I was going to go on film, and like before I went on for about 100 hours, this is going to be about 200 hours of me going on camera and going blah 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 blah. Put a line under it because it's time to move on. I know it doesn't seem like it's time to move on. Some of you might think it's time to move on if you watch all the films, and I'm repeating myself from 1 year to the next, but it's time to move on and take it to a next level. I've explained what the civilizations briefly, the first civilization and this civilization, and how we are not, how we've been so dumbed down, and our natural abilities. There's no flying craft. Okay. Oh, it's quite low. Here we go. Can you see that? Thank you. Now, there are different entities, different energetic beings that are flying these crafts. So one there, and there's one, like I say, I don't think I'll be able to get it on camera. Consciousness circle that's still, but it's like flashing. And then there's the large one that I've just been speaking to that have responded. If you believe it, they are responding to what I'm saying. This one here, different entities, and there's another one which you won't see it. I don't think it's bright enough. The phone will pick it up, or crap phone. So they are different entities, and they are conscious beings. They are living beings. And like I said yesterday, one of the flying crafts sort of, I was going to previously explain who was flying the craft was an ex-boyfriend. Is that correct, family? That's past, that died. Okay. 30 years ago. How old am I? Yeah, about 30 years ago. Okay. And we weren't together at the time. He'd moved on, had a baby, but we still had a connection, if you'd like, to each other. And it's the first time, sort of like, I wanted to, when I sort of heard about his death, that I prayed that there was a heaven. There was a place called heaven. Because we never left, never parted on bad terms. And I'm pleased that he was aware of that. He was aware that sort of like wherever he was, that he was safe and that he was protected, and that there is a heaven, our version, a westernised version of a heaven. And I'm pleased that he's aware of that, and that there is, we don't die, we do not die. I can't just stress this enough. This is somebody that didn't believe in religion, but believed in energetic forces at work. Okay, we do not die. Yeah, so I might go on to, when I come on to camera and go on to about that, and who not give his full details, because obviously he's got a family that's still living, but people who knew us at the time and who know me when I was that age will know who I'm talking about. When I was a teenager and early 20s will know who I'm talking about. Okay, there's another flying craft. Woohoo! Okay. See it changing colours? And it is changing colours from red, green. It's gone now. Okay, we'll know who I'm talking about. And my granddad made himself aware first, even before these consciousness circles, the crafts, my family, whatever terminology you want to use, became visible to me. Okay, and it came to me in a dream. But I'll go on to that on camera. It's loads. But you know, this year, that's how I've described this year. That's it. How's your year been, Jane? For fuck's sake. That's how it's been. It could be worse, so that's what I think. There's no real emphasis behind it, but it's like, yeah. So, yeah, when I come on camera, and because I want to put online, because I feel like I repeat myself, only because I've not... there's so many things I want to say, so many things that have been downloaded, that have been said to me via my family, but I need to get the sort of like the foundations out there and set it and put a line under it and move on. So when I talk about first civilization and this civilization and what's happening, the creature beast inadvertently have sort of like made a jump start when they kept saying there is no God or there is no creator. And they're adamant saying there is no God, there is that. I've sort of like jump started that. By saying there is that, and I was going to sort of like slowly move it on to say yes, they believe there is no God, and they, you know who they are, even though they pretend to believe in high forces, but there is a God. Okay, there is a creator, and the energetic field of the universe is positive. It's just the way it is. It's not it's grown to be as it is. It's not sort of like a logical reasoning. The way of our creators and the other beings around Earth, it's very heart based, but it's not in a docile manner. It's not in a, oh, you've done wrong to me, I'll forgive you. It's not that. We're very much a fighter, a warrior, soul-based, loving-based, energetic beings. Is that so, family? Oh, I've not zoomed in. Okay, and they have to use fear to control us. They have to use fear. They have to control our energetic, how our responses to things. And fear is the greatest one. We are not naturally meant to be fearful. And literally, they do use equipment, electronic equipment, and on me, they have to. I want to talk about the neighbours being involved. They have to be near me to try to affect the way I feel, and they target my heart. Is that correct, family? To try to bring my energy down, try to bring my emotions down. And you've heard them in the text, the audios, when I've put it on sort of Twitter, where they're speaking to each other, and they can see the energies coming into me, or I don't know how it works. Yeah, I'm just saying the energies coming into me, and they're trying to talk amongst themselves. What can we do to stop him? What can we do to stop him? You see the energies coming in. This is what I mean. They can see the energies coming into you, even if you don't feel like you glowing, and the new age community, you'd be buzzing and you'd be this and that and full of love. Not necessarily. Most of the time you won't even know what's happening to you. Okay, and these are dregs. Like I keep saying, these are the pissheads, these are the racists, these are the fucking entities, the humans, inverted commas, that have not amounted to anything in life. These are the sex offenders, these are the fucking thick fucks of existence, these are the pathetics. And you think I'm fucking joking, don't you? You think I'm being cruel or being mean. Like I say, this is not the way I thought. This is not the way I thought about people, not the thought about the creature beast, was not the way I thought about people before the targeting began. And these people wouldn't be in the register, and it's horrible to say these people wouldn't even be in my... I wouldn't even register them. Do you know, walking down the street, there's certain people that you notice, we all do it, so don't pretend you don't. There's certain people that you register more than others, and these creatures I wouldn't even register. And I've lived in sort of working class communities, supposedly inverted commas rough areas, most, not all my life, but most of my life. And these are the people I wouldn't be friends with, I won't have a coffee with, I won't even say hi to. It sounds horrible, but we all know, if I'm not being fucking horrible, there's certain people in life that you won't even register their existence. Walk down the street, yes, you might sort of like move out of the way, but you wouldn't register certain people in life that you just don't register. And these are the people in life that you just wouldn't register unless you have to have contact with them. That's so family. And then you get the people hiding behind the job titles to be part of this, the psychopaths, the sociopaths. Do you know the smaller one, the smaller consciousness circle? Every now and again it keeps flashing. And I'm interpreting that as a wink, because that's how I am. Yeah. So certain these people, inverted commas, I wouldn't register. So the ones talking that you could hear, listen, this isn't MI5 targeting me. This ain't secret fucking groups. These are the dregs of the police force that's thinking, oh God, we've got this thing in place. These are the dregs of the local authorities. These are the dregs of society that can't even function on a basic level in life. Sociopaths, psychopaths that have to hide behind the job title to exist. They have to hide and pretend to be human to even function in this world. I know I'm going now. I've gone on for long enough. It's flying craft. Yeah, so like I was saying, yeah, I am going to go on camera. So it's 100 hours before, it'll probably be another fucking 100 hours next time. But this year's been... okay, so... And there'll be 2 separate points I've been making. So I will talk about the targeting in one section, and you will hear and you will see when they try to, the various mental health professionals and their fucking act. And I'll show you everything to do with the targeting, okay? So I'll show you everything, my medical records, the council, all the contacts I've had, and because they follow the same pattern of behaviour in that same family, and everybody involved, all the medical professionals, you will see how they act. You will see how they behave. Some of these creatures are hiding behind the job title, and I hate them so fucking much. And it's not about being scared, but it's not me exposing them. It's not me being vengeful. It's me thinking, okay, you fuckers, you want to do this? Let me do this. Okay, I've got nothing to hide. Okay, this is why I want to get it out there. Okay, the targeting program is such a fucking disgusting, inhuman program that no human, I keep saying this, will be involved in this. No organisation that classes itself as helping humanity in any way, shape or form would be involved in this. So after I've done my rant regarding the creature beast and the various organisation, and I'll put it out separately so you don't have to go through all of it together, and then I'll talk about my family and what the information that they've told me, and then I'll move on. So bless you, if you're new to this, you're going to have to look through my old post regarding energy, and what I keep saying, be careful who you give your energy to, be careful who you associate with, even watching TV, even watching programs and romantic partners. Just be careful who, and be very aware of who you are. Like I keep saying, you don't know who you are. Don't no, do you know I'm taking no shit? And if you're going to live by that principle in life, no matter who you are, you'll be fine. And it's a shame that I'm going to have to say this next part, but if you've had dealings with somebody that shows narcissistic tendencies, that's been a sadist, that could be your greatest weapon, your greatest learning curve. Because you will see that, you know, not everybody that smiles at you, not everybody that's jovial, not everybody that seems pleasant is that. Look at Lebby. Oh, fuck's sake. Just look at Lebby, look at that situation. And it's Lucy Lebby. If the people don't know, if you're not in the UK, it's a nurse that tortured and killed, I think, 17 babies or 8 babies, 7 babies that she's been convicted for. Severely premature babies. Go look. Go look. And I keep saying to people to go look. You know, the demons, the people that are sadists, don't look like the demons or sadists, or have got demons attached to them. So yeah, so next time I might go on a family around. It's a new moon next week, this time next week. Woohoo! So I just wonder if the moon will change shapes. New moon, wink, wink. So I wonder if is it full moon? Sorry, yeah, full moon. So I wonder if the moon will wink, wink, change shape. And I see a white car, and it's part of the creature beast. Fuckery. And oh, God bless him. They think they intimidate me now. I might go on to this another time. So now, because they can't scare me, fucking tried, literally have tried. So I've had physical altercations, shall we say, a few times. So you will notice some of the audio recordings to go, you're lonely, you know, you're lonely, you're this and that, and try to make me change my emotional responses, try to make me feel, once you are connected to this, to your clan, loneliness won't come into it. Being single, or because you're connected to greater beings, I can't stress this enough. Really, I can't stress this enough. So like, and I try to sort of like fix these creature beasts, try to fix them up with one or another of these fuckers that go past. So they try to heighten my emotions. So as much as they try to make me depressed, literally by targeting my heart, once these fuckers all walk past or have contact with them, they'll try to induce my liking them. It's difficult to disguise, but they're trying to sort of make my energetic field light up, make my heart rate, is it heart rate? And do target heart, literally heart, lightened, my emotion lightened. So I'll be like, oh, hello you, I can see that you've got a demon on you, you shit-eating beast, but you're gorgeous with your hair done and your fucking new aftershave and your clothes. And this is how pathetic they are. This is what I mean. They're not as intelligent beings, these creatures, these humans. Would you think they have all this knowledge as they are? They operate on a very basic level. So it's either fear or sex. Literally is that. And you creatures that come in my way, fucking hell, you don't know how grotesque you are. I know that this is the best you've ever been, best you've ever looked. You know, with your facials and your pedicures and your manicures and got your hair done. But you are really grotesque. To a human being, you are really grotesque. No matter what your handler's saying to you. You should stick with shagging each other. Literally stick with shagging each other. Don't infect humans with your rancid energy. And I'm going off on one. So folks, thank you very much, and next time's going to be a lot shorter because I've gone on and I think I've said, I'm repeating myself. Occasionally the new snippets might come out, but I'm repeating myself until I go on camera. I think the new moon's coming up, so I think that's why they're around. Not moon, the full moon's coming up, wink wink. So for the next week or so, or whenever they appear again, a flying craft, but hopefully it'd be a flying craft that would be still enough so you can see the dimensions and the sort of outline of a craft, not just flying past. Hint hint, family, thank you very much. If you go back as well to my old post right at the very beginning, you will see the crafts, outlines of crafts right at the beginning, right when I first started having contact. Okay, and like I said previously, there's 3 different, I think there's more than 3 different crafts, but 3 different crafts that I've captured. So you've got the consciousness circles, you've got the flying crafts, then you've got a big mother craft, massive structure of a craft, massive. And then you've got a dome shaped one with light sort of like all around it, like you typical see in UFO reportings. There's loads of them. Okay, I'm going on there, but go back, look at videos, you'll see for yourself. Put them on your telly if you've got a big telly or projector or whatever you've got. So for now, thank you family. And this post, long and short of it, no human being, animals, plants have entity attachments. Only humans that match their energetic field of these demonic beings, whether it's an insectoid, a grey, literally, or a demon, will have an entity attachment. We're not meant to have anything attached to us at all, and not energetic field. And when I say about these creatures trying to use equipment, and it is electrical equipment getting into my heart, they have to be near me. So it's neighbours doing this, they have to be near me. Okay, so this was set up, fucking Derby Council for you, and Derby Homes for you, knew I was being targeted. I moved because I was being targeted, and because I am disabled, and fucking set up thinking I'd crack for some bizarre reason. So it's neighbours, and these neighbours, I'm going to show, I keep saying this, I'm going to show you what these creatures look like. You think I'm being horrible. You do. I would think, okay, girl, you're going through it, but you don't have to be that horrible about them. They all can't be the dregs of society. It will be so. It will actually be so. They are the dregs, aren't the family? They literally are the dregs. Not just of society, and no matter where culture you put them in, people are the same. So various groups of people normally are the same. So they will choose the dregs, the sex offenders, the racists, the hateful, pathetic ones. Is that correct, family? To be part of this. I'm going on. Okay, far too long. I said 20 minutes, didn't I? At the most 15. Okay folks, thank you family, thank you Wayne, flying past. In spite of my attitude yesterday and today regarding you're going to stop still, let people see who you are. But anyway, thank you. I'm going to zoom in one last time. now. There you go. How beautiful is that? And there's things I haven't said, and I may never say on camera, never say. And there's things that's happened and that's been downloaded to me and said to me that I may say. But first, I just want to get sort of the basics out there and sort of put a line under it. It's okay, this is it. This energetic demons, blah blah blah. Crafts, how old the humans are, etc., etc., and then move on to the next point, the next part of this. But within that, I know there's things, I know me, there's things that I will never say. Things that, questions that I've asked, that goes, yeah, I'll never say. And things I'll never say is to do with sort of self-modesty as well. But look how beautiful it is. And do you know when you see it covered like that, it's not moving, and it looks like there's a curtain. Oh look, it seems like there's a curtain going over it, covering this smear, but it's not. To the naked eye, nothing is covering it at all. Fascinating. Well, I'm fascinated. Okay, for now, thank you, family. Thank you. Okay, folks, for now, yet again. Bye.